All right, family, Black Power. Y'all know what time it is. The general is in the house. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sara, Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. All right, got some powerful information today. Y'all know what time it is. KingSeti.com online marketplace. Official General Sara, Seti DVDs, t-shirts, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics, and remedies, art and home decor for the family. I got a sale going on, got new products in stock. Get on over there and check me out, family. If you go on the site, please subscribe to my text and my email subscription so I can always get out to you the new products I got in stock, new sales that I got going on. I can get it directly to your family. Y'all know what time it is. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. You understand what I'm saying? The most complete General Seti website on the planet. Over 800 videos and lectures, too raw for YouTube. The Making of the White Man series, which, I got that lecture going down this Sunday. All my debates, all religions, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, ancient Egypt, Ethiopia, Black power politics, and economics. The Black woman has got all that. I got over 800. And so it's like the Black Netflix. You just can't do without it. You be binging on that goddamn information. You know what I'm saying? Guaranteed to advance any student in the African studies. You see, and I just got off my Patreon dropping a hard one. Just got off my Patreon dropping a hard one, family. Let me put it up here for the family. Where that? Let me put it up here. Just wait a minute, let me get that out of there. Where that? There you go, right there. There you go, right there. Let me go and drop it in there for y'all, family. Powerful. The Jesuit medical mafia takeover. You know what I'm saying? Just did that one on my Patreon. It might be a little too hard for you niggas on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because you speak about what's going on today, you might be in trouble. You understand? But somebody got to speak on it, and somebody got to tell things that I come from a direction I ain't heard nobody come from, and I believe because they ass scared as hell. You know what I'm saying? Scared as hell. So, get on over there to my Patreon and link in and get some of that fire. You understand? Too raw for YouTube, family. And get on over there to GeneralSeti.com, which is the library of the General. My Patreon is the lecture hall. So you go over there to GeneralSeti.com and deal with them 800 manuscripts, and then you come on over to Patreon to get your lectures, your exclusive live stream, family. You see, and make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels: King Seti, General Seti, Sara Seti. They all at the bottom of each of my pages. Make sure you subscribe so you know when the General is going live, family, because you ain't and hit that and rock that notification bell. Rock that notification bell and get the videos a thumbs up, like it, because you love it. All right. Now let's get in here and put this work in. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know that the general been dealing with this military geography for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And I see this shit clearly. Like, you go up on YouTube and on all these, and you think you sitting up there listening to somebody that know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I'm saying? They put a couple of goddamn airplanes, a couple of bombs blowing up on this motherfucker, and you think they know what they talking about. You understand? But for Black people, this is a total different situation. You see what I'm saying? This is a total. We ain't got nothing to do with this. We ain't got nothing to do with it one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Will the United States go to war with Russia and Ukraine? They acting like it. Huh? They acting like it. Are Black people ready to die in mass numbers? And see, this is the thing that I have to say. When we talk about, because there ain't no revolutionaries out there. Not except the ones that, with the family. They ain't about no revolutionary means. They love massa. They love massa. You know, they love Massa very deeply, deep down in their heart, and they're going to ride with Massa. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, he go over there and whatever he do around the world, they all right because they go. They show up, they go. And if they babies go over there, they no matter what the agenda is, they say when we go over the water, we won. So they don't matter what the fuck the agenda is. You know what I'm saying? You know, just as long as you know, and you be having family and you want your family to come back home. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so you think, you get caught up into trying, no, motherfucker, I love you. But if you take your ass over there and fight for Cro-Magnon, nigga, you on your own. You decide to do that. You know what I'm saying? You decide to do that. Love you, but that ain't got nothing to do with me, agreeing with no agenda from the Cro-Magnon. So if you take your silly ass over there and you go to any of these countries, Croatia, it ain't that a motherfucking shame. Motherfucker willing for a fucking couple dollars to go over there, die in Croatia, Ukraine, and shit, and you know what I'm saying, or this, that, and the third. That's on you. Won't fight here at home. I mean, this ain't your home, but where your babies and your mamas and your daddies and your family at, you won't die for them. You won't get out here and battle these motherfucking enemies in the streets and get your nation together right here in your community where your babies and your mama and your sisters and your brothers and your family is at. You ain't willing to die for that. Any motherfucking time you motherfuckers say, let's get with this beast, nigga, you scared. We can't beat the beast, but if the beast send your ass anywhere in the world, you try to be the best fucking soldier that you could be. You try to be the best soldier that you could be. And so this is where we at today. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing about this shit, the thing about what we looking at today, we can go over, but does that mean that this shit is this, is the narrative what this shit really about? You understand what I'm saying? Partially it could be. You know what I'm saying? Now, you see Ukraine right there on the doorstep of Russia. United States fucking with China and Russia. You see, these motherfuckers got some, they got elephant nuts. They got elephant nuts today. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fuck. And so when you look at what they doing, it's a pincer move. Just tell you, they coming from both sides. You see what I'm saying? They coming up that China Sea. You understand what I'm saying? They coming from the land. They coming from the left. They coming from the right. You know what I'm saying? And so, the West, which is United States, a lot of the European nations and shit, they never did like Russia. I don't like none of them. So I'm just telling you what's going on. And so, I guess it's been something that's been going on for a while now. You know what I'm saying? And so many people believe that Russia is the continuation of the Byzantine Empire. You see what I'm saying? Of the Byzantine Empire. And, the West don't, even though you hear about the Rome, the East, you got the Eastern Roman Empire, the Western Roman Empire. They wasn't never in no unison. You had the Roman, the Eastern Roman Empire that was ruled at Constantinople, and for for the most part, when they say the Roman Empire, that's what they're talking about. Because the so-called Western branch of the Roman Empire that was ruled at Rome, that shit didn't really last that long. And people are always talking about Rome and this, that, and the third. The Roman Empire, which is the Western Roman Empire, and that's why they have to add Constantinople on it. You understand? Because Constantinople, that the Eastern branch, lasted maybe for 1,000 years. Okay, that was the longest, existing civilization of the European. Okay, was the Byzantine branch of the Roman Empire, but they didn't get along with the Romans. They didn't get along with the city, and so there was always this beef. There was always this beef. You know what I'm saying? Because you're really looking at it that the Christianity started in Constantinople. Started in Byzantine. This is where Serapis, they formulated all that shit. They formulated it in Egypt, but they took that shit to Constantinople, and that's where it really got its jump off. Hagia Sophia and this, that, which is the first church. But Rome in its jealous state because Emperor Constantine, he seen what was going on in Rome. He slickly moved his shit up out of there. He seen the riches that was over there in that area of the world, and so he got a jump start on getting his hand in them riches. You see what I'm saying? And so why the eastern branch was the Byzantine, which was ruled today, the city is called Istanbul. Today the nation is called Turkey. You see what I'm saying? And so, that was the seat of in the most wealthy nation on the planet. So the Romans was always jealous. The Western Romans was always jealous. I mean, you had them motherfuckers over there in little wooden churches and shit, and this, that, and the third, if they even had a church. And then you go to Constantinople, and they ask, in big old Hagia Sophia. And so, even when, the Byzantine Empire was falling down, during one of those crusades, and this just show you how the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal is. This supposed to be one empire. You know what I'm saying? And so during one of them crusades, the Crusaders end up sacking Constantinople. You understand what I'm saying? They end up now they supposed to be on the same team. And so they ends up sacking Constantinople, stealing a lot of the money. They stole the money, stole all the Jews. Shit, they got a lot of the shit. And if you go to Italy, like Venice and shit, because the Venetians was primary in sacking that motherfucker, taking the Jews. And oh man, I always do this. My damn cord, my computer about to die. Where my cord at? Somebody made a joke about that shit the other day. They say Seti don't never have his cord. Hold on, fam. I'm coming, y'all. I got it. I got it. Still good? All right. Let me hurry up for this motherfucker die. All right, we're good. All right. Yeah, and so, I'm just setting it up so y'all understand where we at today. You know what I'm saying? And so the Venetians, Italy and shit, they sacked that motherfucker. And, from that point, they believe that what today you call orthodoxy and shit went to Moscow. You see, that's why when you look at the red square and shit, and this, that, and the third, you see that's Byzantine. So they became, so a lot of people believe Moscow is the third Rome. And after, the Byzantine fell and shit, you know what I'm saying, that they moved a lot of their operation to Moscow. You see what I'm saying? And so, so this thing between the East and the West, and then you got the Great Schism. You know what I'm saying? There's always been an underlining beef between, Eastern and Western Orthodox European society. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm just setting this shit up. Don't think I'm saying this just not at all. Just so you can try to understand what's going on today. And so they've been beefing. We ain't got a goddamn thing to do with it. Nothing to do. Ain't nothing for us to gain out of it at all. You understand what I'm saying? But here we go. Here come these gun-ho niggas that's going, they love the master more than they love themselves. And they can put their energy in any and everything other than some black power. The only thing that's going to save your ass. You understand what I'm saying? The only thing. I don't give a fuck what these niggas are. The only thing that's going to save you is black power. Separation, independence, nationalism, military defense of our people, the raising up of the African family. If you ain't talking about that, goddamn it, you ain't talking about nothing at all. You see? And so today we looking at, these Europeans, they throwing they gauntlets down. They throwing their gauntlets down and they ready to step to some smoke. And so you didn't see where old Biden and supposedly sending 8,500 soldiers over to support NATO if some shit get ready to get in the smoke. You understand what I'm saying? So it's that's gonna be very, very. It's gonna be very, very ugly. It's gonna be very ugly. And so we have to look at it, from two perspectives. Is this a false flag situation? Is the plague, is the lie of the plague coming to the light of the people that they see the lies and all the conspiracies that's behind the lies and the agenda behind the lies to take over the world through plague and shit, this, that, and the third? Or is this a false flag to direct our minds, somewhere else, or add on top of already, a confusion in the world today? If you got an agenda, you stay straight and narrow. And this is why black people is just blowing in the fucking wind. When you got a plan, you stay on the motherfucking plan. You keep moving. When you got your agenda of success and liberation, you stay on the motherfucking plan. You got it already laid out. Step 1, step 2, step 3, and if you got a plan and it's laid out and you see it from beginning to end, the fruits of success at the end of fulfilling this blueprint, then you don't give a fuck about, all kind of shit gonna be coming. You understand what I'm saying? That's for motherfuckers that blowing in the wind. You blowing in the motherfucking wind and you ain't got no agenda. Anything come along, nigga. You over here, you over there, you over there, you over here. You ain't no motherfucking way. You understand what I'm saying? So as this shit going down, what I understand, the reason why black people are in the predicament that they are in today, you understand what I'm saying? Because they have sat on their motherfucking hands far too long, misjudging what the answer really is. Okay? What the fuck the real answer is. Some niggas confused. It's about education. It ain't about no motherfucking education. Okay? Motherfucker, you any education that gonna be done in your home, nigga. And when you step out on these motherfucking streets, it's time to execute the plan. Because at this point, we should have been about this bitch long time ago. So to keep thinking you're going to build institutions on a sinking ship, this bitch already on fire. So you hear motherfuckers talking about, I'm about to do this, motherfucker, you ain't about to do nothing. Nigga, and you best be trying to get your bitch ass up out of here. Trying to do, you know what I'm saying? It's over, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking house on fire. You talking about putting some curtains up on the window. You motherfucking house on fire. You talking about putting some new curtains up on the window. You're in a state of confusion. You see? And so you see here where the West The West, NATO, United States, Canada, is pushing on the Russians. They trying to put them motherfuckers in the pincer. You understand what I'm saying? They coming left and right. You see how they do it? First, they was talking this shit about what's going on in China. You see what I'm saying? You know, all of them crying about the same shit. You see, they pressing their ass. You know, this beast a motherfucker, man. He got these motherfuckers crying like motherfucker. You know, so I watch it and I laugh and shit because the beast is he about destroying some shit, you know. And so, you know, Russia made a threat that they thinking about sending some missiles to Cuba. Yeah, they say, well, y'all motherfuckers gonna go into Ukraine. We gonna go into Cuba. And so they asked the motherfucker, one of the United States, I think it was the Secretary of State, what would you do if they try? He said, God damn it, we would deal with that shit decisively. You understand what I'm saying? Immediately and decisively. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, they amping this shit all the way up. So, you know, you see how the agenda is. And so when you fucking, you know, you got the United States, supposedly the big beast on the planet, got all the military, got all this, that, and then you got the number one, supposedly the number 2 and 3, Russia and China, and United States fucking with both of them at the same time. Fucking with both of them. And I'm talking about up at their door. They on they motherfuckers at their door. You know what I'm saying? And so I just, you know, I don't see nothing good coming out of that at all. I just don't see nothing good coming out of that. You know what I'm saying? They you know, they could double team. You know what I'm saying? You talking about a world war. You know what I'm saying? You look at World War II, they lost over 100 million people. So what the fuck you think World War III gonna look like? See, black people didn't let these Cro-Magnon Neanderthals stay in power too long. They didn't let these Cro-Magnon Neanderthal motherfuckers say what they want. You understand what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is in a position. And so let me deal with this map, you know. And so you see Crimea, because Russia came, you know, Crimea was a part of Ukraine. And so Russia came down there and took that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they seen that the West United States was going to go in Ukraine, set up base, put missiles in there and everything. And see, if they would have got Crimea, see, that's a very critical when we talk about, you know, strategic points. You know what I'm saying? If Russia, you know, need it because they go up into their area. You know what I'm saying? If you look to the left, you know what I'm saying? On the left side of that, I don't know what sea that is. Crimea Sea, I don't know. I know the Black Sea is up under there. You see what I'm saying? And so if whoever got Crimea, you control that motherfucking gateway. You know what I'm saying? You got a large, you know what I'm saying? So they put them goddamn ships up in there and all kind of shit up in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, so they say, fuck that. You know, they went on down there and took it. You see, they went on down there and took it. And so that just let you know, they understood what was going on. When you look at, the United States, how many nuclear weapons they got in Europe. I say, goddamn, and you know they ain't gonna say every goddamn thing. Who gonna play all their cards? You know, who gonna put their hand up and say, look at all what I got in my hand? So they say, goddamn it, they had 50 to 110 in United Kingdom. They say they was just recently removed. Who knows? You got 10 to 20 in the Netherlands, 10 to 20 in Germany, 50 in Italy. God damn. You understand what I'm saying? And you got damn near 50 to 90 in Turkey. You know? So people don't understand. United States got motherfucking nuclear weapons in Europe. You see what I'm saying and shit? So, if they get in Ukraine and shit, they literally got the ability to hit Russia and China, man, within 5 minutes. You see what I'm saying? And so they know, they like, fuck this, man. You motherfuckers is trying to, you going for the juggler. You know what I'm saying? You going for the juggler. So you got to watch them because they over there in the people ain't, if you focusing on Ukraine, you don't realize what the fuck they doing on the other side and in other places. You understand? Because the art of war is to make a sound in the east and strike in the west. So you looking at all this shit on motherfucking, on motherfucking TV, but you don't understand this beast all in your neighborhood, all in Africa and shit. Because that's where the real war gonna be, because that's the seat of power on the planet and has always been. Whoever rules Africa rules the world. That's just it. You can get, man, motherfucker, we got Africa. We don't need shit else. You can have the rest of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? We just want what's ours. And if we got what's ours, we running this bitch. You understand what I'm saying? We don't need whatever the little trinkets you motherfucker got, you can keep it. Because it ain't nothing like we got. You can't make nothing as grand, as exquisite, as profound as what we can make in Africa. That's why our kings and queens was the richest kings and queens ever recorded on the planet, because we have more resources, animal resources, land resources, mineral resources than anybody on the planet. You see, and still do. And we need to get our shit together so we can take it. So again, you see right here, when you talk about you talk about them nations behind Ukraine, that's man, the United States is there. Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey, shit. They in all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, Belarus is in Russian control. You see, they were just up in there. And so, they setting up on the north of Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? They to the east of Ukraine. They in the south of Ukraine. So they got them on three from three directions. You know what I'm saying? And so, they fighting for dear life over there. They fighting for dear life. You know what I'm saying? They just show you after the fall of the Soviet Union, and Ronald Reagan and the CIA and the rest of them had something to do with that. And when it failed, they just swallowed up all the little nations that was once a part of the Soviet Union and pulled them on in the West. And Russia feel like, goddamn, Russia is so naive. They say that the West said that they would never, move east. Motherfucker, this is your arch enemy. Goddamn well if they can get one up on your ass that they was gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very naive, statement of the Russians to say that they believe that the United States, the beast, wasn't gonna come east. Who the fuck they think they talking to? So that was naive. And so you see the pencil move, you know what I'm saying? When you come left and you come right. So you can see, the left is from the Ukraine and from, them Baltic nations, and then the right is coming up that South China Sea, coming up that coming on the eastern coast. Russia and China, and then, on the western coast, the western borderline, which is on the Ukraine side. And so again, looking at all these goddamn nations and shit with nuclear weapons and shit, nobody gonna tell me that no goddamn Cro-Magnon Neanderthal is the greatest mind on the planet. The greatest shit that he's ever created has destroyed the shit out of this earth. God damn, it did destroy it. I wouldn't give a fuck if a motherfucker was walking around with a animal goddamn skin over his private with a goddamn spear. That's still more advanced than building all this shit to destroy the goddamn planet. You understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't give a fuck if a motherfucker hunt his food, live in a hut, and He's still more, and he live in natural order. That man's still more advanced than a goddamn man that can blow holes in the earth. Goddamn. People don't even understand all the goddamn garbage they got in outer space. Motherfuckers, it will shock the mind if people would had the opportunity to look at all the garbage, broken up ass satellites and all the shit that they've been, you wouldn't even believe it. So they got the motherfucking outer space looking like the goddamn ocean. They got all type of plastic and shit all in the fucking ocean, destroying the life, blowing holes, oils, leaking all in the goddamn oceans and shit. You digging big ass holes to pillage the earth of all the mineral. Ain't no stopping. They gonna fucking keep digging and digging and digging. Got holes in the ground that go down miles and miles and pillaging the earth. You see what I'm saying? And so you got all these nations, and I mean, goddamn, you got 6,550 nukes in the United States. You got 6,850 fucking nukes in Russia. I mean, how many motherfucking bombs do you need? One goddamn bomb alone can devastate a whole fucking city, major city. And so you got enough bombs between all of these motherfuckers to end life on this planet. You see what I'm saying? This is a motherfucker that's qualified to be in charge. God damn, this motherfuckers have devastated and put all life in jeopardy of being extinct. And motherfuckers still be looking at this motherfucker. His whole culture is a culture of extinction. You know what I'm saying? Deplorable acts and shit. This is deplorable. You understand what I'm saying? Everything is about anti-life. You see what I'm saying? Doing some shit, anti-life. And I'll say it into any motherfucking face. You understand what I'm saying? Men that don't understand they men. Women that don't understand they women. All type of confusion and shit. This, that, and the third. And then you wonder why all these motherfucking countries is in goddamn, negative birth rate. You wonder why. You understand what I'm saying? And so they say, goddamn it, the planet is overpopulated. But the man with the negative birth rates and shit is the one saying the world is overpopulated. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So if he already in the negative and he's talking about the world is overpopulated, you already know who the fuck he talking about. You see, that right there just explains it all. And so you see right here, the United States and shit having their nuclear bombs all over there and shit, and right there in Europe got bombs in the United States. So they got bombs all over the world to destroy this earth. You see what I'm saying? And see, the thing is, we should have known a long time ago that this was, his nature. And we don't want to deal with it. We do not want to deal with it. We didn't want to deal with it then. We don't want to deal with it now. Niggas have tapped out, scared of the beast. And the longer you stay scared and don't make no move, the more deplorable, the more that the planet move into the age of extinction. You see what I'm saying? Them motherfucker, because at some fucking point in time, one of these crazy motherfuckers is going to hit it. Okay? They're going to hit it. And you can believe that. Long, they're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing until somebody say, fuck it. They already are saying now that they considering that it's a winnable nuclear war. You understand what I'm saying? They already saying out there that they conceiving that there is a winnable. You understand what I'm saying? Nuclear war. How do we deal with it? First and foremost, let me tell you something. This is number one. We gonna always have to do for self. We're gonna always have to build, for self. There's no getting around that. But see, the thing is, and I must state this, many generations have failed to address a motherfucking situation when they should have. Okay? That's just like your ass get a cancer or some shit, this, that, and the third. You got to get on that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to get on that shit. You can't wait till that shit is all throughout your motherfucking body, and then all of a sudden you get a conscious, that you ready to try to fight this shit. You know what I'm saying? Once you become conscious that this is a cancer, you move on it, you act on it immediately, you deal with it. You don't keep letting this shit expand and shit, and and expand and expand and expand to it when it's all through, because there comes a point of no motherfucking return. And so black people, because we always talking about and we understand that Africa is alive. African people are alive. They back. You know what I'm saying? They got that spirit. You know what I'm saying? You can see it. Yeah, still some struggling going on and shit. But what do the fuck you expect? They detoxing. You got to detox and purify and shit, this, that, and the third. After so long of this damn Cro-Magnon Neanderthal and these damn Arabs and shit in Africa, you still got work to do. You still got a lot of detoxing and purifying to do. But outside of that, the sun is shining again on Africa. But that does not exclude the fact that this beast has been allowed to, build a destructive energy on this planet that's still in his possession. You know what I'm saying? And so the best thing that we could do, and the only thing we could do at this time, is to come into a global African supremacy. You understand what I'm saying? Where we see our people as one. And even though we got some differences, God damn it, we'll differ as one. You understand? We'll talk about these differences, but we got to come out. Just like when you see these motherfuckers move in NATO, they move, as one. Even though they got differences, you can hear it behind the scene. All them motherfuckers is not the same. All them motherfuckers are not moving the same. So when you see United States sending weaponry, you see Britain sending weaponry. Germany didn't send no weaponry. You see why they didn't send no weaponry? You know why? Because Germany got a closer link to Russia. You see what I'm saying? They got a closer link. They got that oil. They got that pipeline that's running from Russia to Germany. They got that money involved and shit. So shit, if they got a lot more to lose. And so that's why they was looking at Germany kind of sideline, even during the Trump administration. They was looking at the motherfucker sideline like, we about to go up in here. Well, I don't know what the fuck you building that fucking pipeline for, motherfucker. They was telling their ass like, I don't know what you're doing. We can try to come up with something different, but Russia got a lot of goddamn gas and oil up there, and Germany like, fuck this and shit. We got a sweet deal here, and then we gonna get this deal. You know what I'm saying? And so you got certain motherfucking nations that, they ain't for sure that NATO can see Russia down. And if they don't see them down and they align with NATO, you understand? They align with them and send this, they know that goddamn at some point in time, Russia could come see their ass again. And so they ain't so quick to jump on the bandwagon all the way. They'll come out and say, we disagree with what they're going, if they're going to Ukraine, but they ain't gonna make no move. But they by treaty now, if they decide to go in by treaty, all nations in NATO is supposed to go in. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know how that's gonna work. But so when people ask what we can do, we still got to work on. Nationalism. We need our own. You see what I'm saying? But I understand also that the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal must be removed from power. And that's what most people ain't going to talk about. I got to say that when nobody else is going to say it. You know what I'm saying? I see, and I love my people. I hear people talking about, let's go to Africa. Yes, let's go to Africa. Let's move. Let's get up and move. But that don't mean don't dethrone the beast. That got to happen. And it got to happen simultaneous. You see how he putting motherfucking, Russia and China in a pencil? That means they don't give a fuck about nobody else on the planet. Because if they try to put the number 2 and number 3 nation with all them bombs them motherfuckers got combined and try to punk them, they don't give a fuck about coming nowhere else. And so that's what I don't hear. That make me nervous for my people. It really do. I'm like, God damn, niggas is so scared to say this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got to say it, just put it in action. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to, everybody ain't got to get up there and say, and just put it in action. I hear a lot of people in Africa saying, you know what? We not letting motherfuckers adopt our children no more. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. You ain't got to go out there and blast. Don't come over here. You're not getting nothing. You're not getting our babies. We keeping our babies. We making laws where you cannot adopt our babies. Beautiful. That's, put it in action. You got to start doing things like that. Put it in action. You know what I'm saying? They need to do that shit with that medical shit too. Send that shit back. They sending all this shit to the motherland. Talking about they sending all, and I didn't know that they had sent that many, these, plague, things over there to give to the people. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? No, we got no. But see, when you sign on that agenda, and that's what motherfuckers did. They didn't sign with the agenda. You with the World Trade Organization, you with the UN, you with all these motherfucking organizations. They need to pull out of that shit. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? They always, and so if you in them World Trade Organizations, you in this motherfucking UN shit, and then they can say, well, you know what? You not trading with the world unless you do so and so and so. You can't trade with the rest of the world. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where we got to become self-sufficient. Like, we don't need you, motherfucker. That's what it got to come down to, because they can hold that shit over a motherfucker head forever. You see what I'm saying? They can hold that shit over the people's head forever. So, they got their hand there. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Their motherfucking hand is in there deep. You know what I'm saying? And we got to understand that got to end. And so you got to start by setting policies. But the people, I see the people is they know it. You can see certain nations, they know what the fuck is going on. And you can see they disgruntled with the goddamn policies of they leaders and this, that, and the third. You see some African leaders that's coming right on out and saying exactly what the fuck it is. They becoming more and more courageous, and because they see their potential. You see the potential. Okay, we see where Africa gonna be. But don't be no, 2 billion motherfuckers following behind this motherfucker. No way. You got to start moving, and even though, you might be this far in right now, you got a blueprint, moving the babies ahead. You know what I'm saying? So when they don't have to deal with this shit. You know what I'm saying? We're not about to turn Africa into no goddamn Black Europe, where they niggas dressing like the Cro-Magnon, thinking like the Cro-Magnon, policies like the Cro-Magnon and shit, the future policies in line with the nature of the Cro-Magnon. You got to move all that out of there. And see, it's the love. And so what it boiled down, that's why I always say what I say. It's the love of the Cro-Magnon that got you. That's where you got to go. I don't give a fuck about money and this and politics, educate. The love of the Cro-Magnon, nigga. That's what's got you niggas where you at. Straight up. And as long as you got the love of the Cro-Magnon in your heart, nigga, you gonna be at a deficit you cannot come up out of. That's your greatest deficit, because you won't put that motherfucker in the corner. You won't isolate him based on what you know he has done and will continue to do, and that you got to check it on the planet. It must be checked. Somebody got to be courageous enough. We talk about separation, but we got to check this energy. We got to check this energy, and not only check it, we have to remove it from the planet. We got to look up and see no nukes on the planet. No possibilities to destroy the planet. This is a blessing that was given unto us. Why would we create shit that would destroy the earth? What kind of sick motherfucker is this? Somebody got to say that. And so we are under threat of extinction behind this, calcified pineal gland Cro-Magnon ass Neanderthal. Nobody gonna say it, because they scared to say it. Motherfucker, they can put the world under threat, but if I say this, and I'm a little ass motherfucking black man with an opinion, and the courage to say how I feel, put the negative shit on me. Oh, you so negative. But these motherfucking over 20,000 goddamn nukes we see up on, that ain't negative. See, that ain't negative, man. Yeah, if that ain't no punk shit. And so, black peoples is some punks. The black man is a punk at this time. You got some courageous warriors out there. God damn, it's some courage. Yes, we got brothers that's out there that's kings and warriors, but we surrounded by a whole lot of punks. Must say that. And to all my brothers out there, them kings, them generals and soldiers out there standing on your motherfucking square, I salute you, nigga. You know I do. I'll be so proud to see my brothers that stand up and honor they man. Man, I salute you. I say, God damn. I pointed out. I say, look at that brother. I pointed out. Look at him. That's what I'm talking about. We out there, but we surrounded by a whole lot of punks. We surrounded by a whole lot of punks. We got to, and so we got to get back to raising. You understand what I'm saying? We got to get back to raising, our babies. You understand what I'm saying? So they fall in line. We don't have no rites of passage. We don't have that. It's in the home. You don't go to school, nigga. Niggas out here talking, nigga, the home. Ground zero is home. God damn it. When we win at home, we done won. We ain't got to go to no motherfucking institution. The main institution that we need to be, empowering is the black family. You can empower buildings. Them motherfuckers ain't nothing but white sepulchers. Inside of them ain't nothing but dead man bones. You understand what I'm saying? You niggas looking at these, in buildings and shit like that and shit. The heart of the black man. That's the institution you got to build up. That's the main motherfucking institution, the heart of the black man, the spirit of the black man. To know who he is and do whatever the fuck he got to do to reclaim his nation and his family. That's the main motherfucking institution that you got to build. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. You don't build that, nigga, you ain't building nothing. So that's where I go. Motherfuckers go wherever they want to go. That's where I go. You understand what I'm saying? That's where I go and focus my energy. When every time I spit this energy, I spit it that way, it go into the heart of the family, go to the heart of them brothers, and that motherfucking spiritual electric energy spark in their goddamn heart, and motherfucker come up out of it. Like when motherfuckers is sleeping and motherfucking bite it, then stop breathing, they get them goddamn medical things where they hit them on their chest with that electricity. Goddamn it, that's what I'm doing, but I'm doing it spiritually. You understand what I'm saying? In the power of the ancestors. You see, and so as we look and see what's going on out here and understand, don't let this shit be something that deter. Yes, you watch what's going on, but stay on your nation. Stay on that gas, nigga. Stay on that global Africa supremacy. Understand that it's going to get worse. Understand that it's going to get worse. All you seeing now is the preliminary shit, but it's going to get worse. And it ain't going to get no better. It's going to get worse. They didn't try it, niggas. They didn't try it. They're going to try us again. They're going to come with something else. He must be dealt with, family. He must be dealt with. Get prepared. It's got to be unity. We got to understand, quit, warring with your family for the outsiders. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, we might have the disagreement. Quit warring and siding with these outsiders against your family. You understand what I'm saying? I watched the Godfather Part 2. You understand what I'm saying? Watch The Godfather Part 2. You understand what I'm saying? Where, Fredo. Fredo was in there siding with the motherfuckers trying to take down the family. Oh, man. Oh, Michael Corleone broke his heart. But goddamn, Fredo had to go. That was his brother. That was his brother. That was his brother. You know what? And I remember one time when he came, when if you watch the movie, and there's some politics in it. When he's speaking for himself, there's some politics in it. When Michael Corleone came to Las Vegas, and I forget the motherfucker that was running Las Vegas, and they had sent Fredo out there to set that shit up, and and he was out there punking Fredo. You understand what I'm saying? Michael Corleone came to Las Vegas, had some words, for him and shit. And Fredo went to speak in defense of this motherfucker. And when Michael Corleone got his ass in the back, he said, motherfucker, don't ever side against the family. He warned him. He warned him. He warned him. Don't ever side against the family. You understand what I'm saying? That's real. See, we don't see that. We don't see that. See, it's some of them motherfucking movies that if you peel, don't glorify nothing. It's the policy. You understand what I'm saying? It's that motherfucking policy that's in there that you peel that and you squeeze the juice out of it. You peel that mother and you get the peel off of it, squeeze the juice out of it. It's the policy. That's just like the Bible. You understand? Fuck all that shit. That's mythology. But they put in there some policies where they can control the world. You understand what I'm saying? In that aspect, you could take that and work with that. You understand what I'm saying? And use it in your own aspirations. You understand what I'm saying? To establish your nation. You see? And so again, we coming down, you see again what they trying to do, and you see all this shit that you see, going back and forth, and they got all these soldiers and shit over there outside of Ukraine and this, that, and the third, and and we got our, sons and shit. We ain't built up nothing for our sons. And so they got to get in the military and shit and go, in a state of confusion and get a life and shit, because we have not established nothing for our children, nothing for our nation. This is really, really sad to be in the so-called year of 2022. And niggas is still in the same predicament that they ass was in 1722, 1622. You understand what I'm saying? Even worse. Because at least back then, our brothers and sisters still had their mind on who they was. Today, these niggas is even worse. They don't even know who they is. And so, family, I just wanted to reach out here today to talk to you. Make sure you get over there to the link is down there. I had to move the Creatures from the Caucus, but I'm going hard this Sunday. Ain't no turning back. Be in there. That's why motherfuckers most definitely need to see the Creatures from the Caucus, the Fall of Cro-Magnon. The fucking link is in the description. Hit the goddamn link. Get as many Africans in there so they can see that. If they see this and they don't make a change, then you might as well just throw them away. Straight up. Ain't nothing you can do with them. Nothing at all. And this is what we got to do today. If we trying to expand and we trying to go to, to the land of liberation, ain't no more time spending on a motherfucker that ain't gonna come on in. If they don't come on in, it don't take them long to come on in, you might as well put them on their side and consider them to be on their side. You understand what I'm saying? And that's real motherfucking talk. All right, family. Thank you for being here today. This is the General Sara, Seti, saying, hey, the revolution is not coming, it's already here. You understand what I'm saying? Revolution is raw. You ain't gonna get, Seti cut, bitch, you ain't gonna get no customized revolution. Revolution don't come customized. Revolution make you uncomfortable. It puts you in an uncomfortable predicament, position. You understand? You know, that's how it is. If you find yourself in a comfortable revolution, that's how the first way you know that you're not in one. If you're comfortable in a revolution, you're not in one. It make you feel uncomfortable. And so that's what I bring it raw so you can feel the reality of the condition and the predicament you in, so you will wake your ass up right now and do something about it. This is the General Sara Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily, liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.